Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. So it's also, believe it or not, this is January the 11th and in West Virginia it's 70 degrees outside. We're set to break a record today, so it's also a fun day when I'm done here. When I'm done making soap, I'm going to go out and put the top down on my 30-year-old convertible and take her out for a nice drive today. But that's later on. So anyway, let's make some soap. So what I'm going to be doing today is, I'm going to call it Valentine's Day soap. Now, I'm a middle-aged West Virginia hillbilly. I don't generally think of stuff like that. Maybe it's just because I'm a man. I don't know. Guys, we just don't always think that way. And I'm sorry, but that's us. But it did come to mind that, it's time to make a Valentine's Day soap. So what I want to do is use my Workshop Heritage mold. So I'm going to pour a brown soap on the bottom, and I'm using cocoa powder, and generic brand cocoa powder. I always use cocoa powder to make a brown soap. Just a layer on the bottom, Denise. Denise adjusted apothecary, just a brown layer on the bottom to represent chocolate. Then I'm going to put dusting of gold, which is shimmer gold from Nurture Soap, to get a gold mica vein. And then for the top, I'm going to be using white and red and do a swirl together, so that'll represent the roses. So hopefully I'm kind of thinking roses and chocolate for Valentine's Day. I'm going to scent it with Brambleberry's Rose Quartz. I have no clue where they get rose in that. To me, it has a very citrusy, fruity smell, which I like, but that's all right. I'm just going based on the name, and I like that. I'm trying something new today. A while back, my friend Lisa gave me a bunch of micas to try, and I've used several of them and done videos. Here's another one, Nurture Soap's Trial by Fire. I've used Nurture Soap's Really Red multiple times and I love it. It does a wonderful job, but they claim this is even better. So we're going to find out. My first time using it, we're going to find out. Let's just go ahead and get started. Enough talk. Get you where you can see. Stick blender works. We're set to go. Just a very light emulsification because I want the brown to set up quickly. So I'm just going to get this into 3 containers and then stick blend the brown a good bit. The rose quartz does accelerate a little bit, so I'm going to use that to my advantage with the brown. So let's just get a very light emulsification. One more quick hit. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I say it every time I soap. I can always stick blend more if I have to. I can't unstick blend. So let's get this into 3 containers. Close is absolutely good enough. and clean this out because I may want this pot. I'm not sure completely yet. I'm kind of making this up as I go, or deciding as I go as far as swirling the red and white. So I may want this pot, so I'm going to go ahead and clean it out. Set it aside over here. So we'll put these two colors aside. I'm going to work just on our brown right now. So once again, I always use cocoa powder when I make a brown soap. And especially if it gels, which I'm planning on letting this gel, makes a wonderful brown in soap. And it's a natural color. And it's Valentine's Day soap, so it looks better than chocolate in your soap. And I have my other two dispersed in oil so I can be cautious with the stick blender. This one I'm going to want to thicken up, so I'm definitely going to stick blend it some more. And I know that doesn't look very brown, but when it gels, it will be. So let's stick blend this. In it. Okay. Put about a third of our fragrance in it, and I do love this rose quartz. It doesn't smell like rose, which I'm not a fan of floral fragrances anyway, so I'm kind of okay with the fact it doesn't really smell like rose. And that's thickening up just like I want to, so let's go ahead and quickly get it in the mold so I can pour it while it's fluid, but let it set up quickly and firm up quickly in the mold to be able to support the top layers. And since it's holding up well, I will go ahead and clean this out. I don't always do that. Shake that down, smooth it out just a little bit because it's really setting up on me. Pound it on the floor. Right. Those are staying fluid enough to do what I want. Alright, let's go ahead and set that aside. No, I'll take that back. Sorry. About to forget the gold line. So this is Nurture Soap's Shimmer Gold. So we're just going to do a gold line over this beautiful chocolate brown. Very nice. never know if I should put more or not. I'm just always afraid if I get too much, the 2 layers will come apart. The last one I didn't look bad, but it was a little thin and it really just kind of didn't show up. So there we go. Okay, now it's sitting up nicely. Let's go ahead and clean the sides up just a little bit on our mold, and rubbing alcohol does a great job with that. Oh shoot. Just drug it across the soap. And really not a whole lot I can do about it right now. So that's alright. Okay. Let's put this aside for a moment. It's sitting up nicely. And I think I do want to mix one in the pot. So let me just go ahead and clean this out a little bit. So I'm going to mix. I'm going to go ahead, let me think. And get my colors in and just disperse by hand. Then I'm going to pour the white into the pot and do an in the pot swirl instead. So there's my white. Here is my red. Stir them by hand first. Yep, I got it thickening up, so that's alright. And I have to hit them both with a stick blender very quickly. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm not going to put them in the pot because I'm thickening up. I'm going to hit it quickly with the stick blender. Got a clean head here. Putting the fragrance in and just pour them from these. Good enough. Fragrance it, stir it by hand, we're going to pour these. There goes thickening, which this fragrance does. So I've got to get this in the mold quickly. And here we go. You know what? No, once again, changed my mind yet again. Changed it yet again. I'm not worried about those because there's going to be extra left over. Anyway, this mold holds extra, and I will just clean those up off camera. Now, here we go. We're going to pour. Yep, that was the right decision, I think. Okay, let's get just a little bit of red on top. And a little bit of white on top. Take my thermometer, which is also my stir. Oh yeah, that looks nice. That's much better. Okay, I have a fair amount of soap left over, which I will put into another mold off camera. But yeah, I like the way this looks. It smells pretty daggone good too. Let me just tap it quickly. Give it a spritz of rubbing alcohol to prevent soda action. Oh, that looks nice. Smells pretty daggone good too. So here is my Valentine's Day soap, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for the cut. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so I'm back to cut the soap. I am a little concerned because it got super hot on me. We're going to see. I hope I don't have glycerin rivers, but we'll find out. I did a water reduction, and I generally don't get them when I do a water reduction, but boy, it did get hot. Okay, the sides look good. Sometimes when it gets that hot, the side gets air bubbles on it, but it didn't. Shit, the lining just tore. Okay. Wonder why that happened. Oh well, I'll deal with that later. Okay, looks good. And I don't have my cutter up like I should have. So yeah, nice slick sides because it really got hot and really gelled on me. It smells good too. And the moment of truth, no glycerin rivers. All right, and a nice mica line. Good, 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 good. Yeah, it looks nice, very nice. And a small one for me. And just since I cut it like a minute ago, that's the first one, the dark. The chocolate is already darkened. It's got a nice, distinct mica vein. So yeah, I like this. And the cocoa powder is darkening already after just being exposed. So, here we go. Let's take a peek. Yeah, I like these. Very nice swirls. So folks, I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.